Hello, Dalton Golf and Country Club. I'm Nancy, your membership director, and we are here on week 4 of our interview series. We are with our event coordinator, Miss Deborah Hornbuckle.
Hello, everybody.
So let's learn a little bit about Deborah. So, Deborah, how long have you worked in the hospitality or club industry?
Pretty much all my life. About 47 years of my career. 9 of them in country clubs.
Okay.
But most of my career has been in restaurants. Started in a little dairy bar in McFarland Bottoms in Florence, Alabama, and got the bug. And my mother says I inherited it from my grandmother. So she was a waitress and worked in restaurants all her life too.
Okay. So how many other clubs have you worked in then?
One.
Okay.
One other one. Found myself in my hometown. And I worked at Turtle Point, and it was Turtle Point Yacht and Country Club. And it was a nice country club, but definitely not the membership like we have here. It was quiet. There were some nights when I would have one table for dinner.
Oh,
it
wow.
was very sad.
That's not like us at all. Okay, so I heard you say you're from Turtle Point.
Well, from Florence, Alabama. Yes.
Okay. And
yes.
so when you say you found yourself back, so did you leave Florence for a while?
I did. I moved around a little bit. I lived in the Northeast, New Hampshire, and Pennsylvania. New Jersey, then I lived in Texas, and so I moved around a little bit after I graduated high school. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed living in the different places.
Oh yeah. So let's get to know you a little bit. When you're moving around, was that because were you married and
Yes.
moving around with children? Was that
It was
an employment choice for why you were moving?
Exactly, it was. And my first husband, he worked in nuclear power, and when his start-up phase of the plant would be finished, then we'd move on to another location.
Okay. So how many children do you have?
I actually have 4. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Very blessed, and 7 grandchildren.
Okay. All right. So do they call you Grandma, Mimi, Mama?
Grandma. I'm from the north, so yeah, it's always been Grandma in my family, and they call me Grandma Deb.
Oh, okay. So who has been a good role model in your life?
Personally, it would be my parents. Growing up, they were very strict. Now I look back and I say thank you. I appreciate that. It helped me to understand what it was like to have to raise children in our world. And so they gave me a great foundation personally, in my religious life, my professional career. They always had great ethics when it came to all those things. So that was definitely one of my best assets in my growing up. And as far as professionally, I worked with some great managers, and I always felt like I wanted to take something away from each of them, and hopefully I have done that. And I also worked with some really bad managers that I really didn't want to take anything away from them. So it was my career was also a very good role model for me.
Good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Always nice to take something away.
It is. It really is.
Did you ever notice, now that you've pretty much been in hospitality almost your whole professional career,
Right.
Did you ever see yourself getting into the event side?
Absolutely. I always enjoyed private catering, doing catering on my own or working with a private caterer to pull an event off. So that was always really interesting to me. When I worked at Turtle Point, I got to know Alpha, the event coordinator there, and loved what she did. Of course, we always worked closely together as far as the front of the house managers and the event coordinators. So it gave me a taste of what she did, and I liked that personal contact that she had with each of the clients and each of the members that were trying to plan an event. Then when I came here, one of my first challenges and tasks was to learn a little bit about the event side of it, because the event coordinator was going to be gone for 2 weeks. I could not book any events, I could not arrange any, I just had to execute the ones that were already on the books and build them. So it gave me a good taste of it, and I really did enjoy it. I like being able to work one-on-one with the members and or just the non-members as well, and see their vision for their event come to life.
So then it was an easy transition
Very
here
easy.
for you
Very easy.
once our previous event coordinator went on to Bigger Better and moved on from here. It was a good transition for you.
Absolutely. I feel
And one
very
you were
comfortable.
one you were happy with.
Yes. Very happy.
Good. Why don't you tell us something that we don't know about you?
I have a fetish with the Orient. Ever since I was a child, I don't know whether I saw a movie or I read a book, but the beauty and the culture of the Orient has always fascinated me. I would love to go to the Orient. Don't know if I'll ever get there, but that's okay too. I have a couple of things that I've collected, and my decor is kind of Asian theme, but it is something that I think is really beautiful to see their art and their culture and stuff.
That is very interesting. That's something I didn't even know about her. So what is, give us an ambition that you have, not just for yourself, but for your career.
At this age, I see myself becoming more settled into a position for the final phases of my career. Before, it was always go bigger, go better, to reach GM status with a public company that I had worked for, but now I think I just need to settle in. I like the stress of the event coordinator, and that's about as much as I wanted to do right now. I think I've hit those peaks, and I'm ready to settle into something that I can take care of and manage comfortably.
Yes, that makes sense. Very much makes sense. What do you like to go do when you're not here at the club? Because let's face it, we all see you here all the time. So when you're not here, what do you like to go do?
I like to volunteer. I have a couple of things that I do during the week on a regular basis that I do a little bit of volunteer work. Have been able to get involved with a little bit of community service here and there when schedule allows. I like to do crafts. I like to go to dinner with friends. Just some relaxing time whenever possible, and at night I like to curl up with Netflix and just detox.
I think everybody loves to curl up on the couch with Netflix. Now, you've been here for a few years now. 6 years, yes, because we actually came in right around the same time.
We did.
So going from working some of the events on the food and beverage side to then planning and executing and doing the events from the event coordinator side, what has been one of your favorite events to plan here?
I love the member events. We have them all the time, so they flow usually easier, and Nancy has been very beneficial into helping me with some of those. But there was one wedding just here recently where the bride kind of didn't know what to do, and so I got to help her actually plan a lot of the event. She got married here, and it rained, so we had to bring the wedding inside, and I made the tables go to the outside, and I gave her an aisleway up the ballroom. She got married on the dance floor, and everything worked out. So I think as far as seeing something not go quite right and making it still a beautiful event was very beneficial.
Well, that's good. You made her day special.
Absolutely.
Yes, and took the stress away. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to learn a little bit about Deborah.
Thank you.
We hope to see you out here at the club enjoying your time. And as always, anytime that you need a special event, go ahead and give Miss Deborah a call. She'll be happy to help you out.
Absolutely.
Have
Thanks
a great
so much.
day.
Bye-bye.